So, good morning, everyone. And today I will be presenting you the Internet of Things, commonly known as IoT. We'll cover its fundamentals, system architecture, and how it transforms simple connected devices into intelligent systems. So, first of all, what is IoT? The Internet of Things is a network of physical objects that are used like sensors, actuators, and devices that are connected to Internet. And these devices are embedded with software and electronics that allow them to connect and exchange data automatically without human intervention. This works in simple terms like IoT connects the physical world to digital systems in a real time, enabling automation, monitoring, and smart decision making, which helps the systems and the functions to function properly and have a real time insight about everything and how everything has been working so far. So this was about IoT, and let's talk about some of the key features of IoT. In like key features, we have four important key features of IoT. Like first is sensing and perception. Devices continuously they collect data such as the temperature, the sunlight, and everything, and they transform it into in a very useful data, which like from by the different sensors, allowing them to work on it. And like the second is the connectivity. This data is transmitted using the technologies like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and the cellular the networks as well, like Zigbee. The third is the intelligence and analytics. The collected data is processed to generate insights or trigger actions, which is very helpful. And finally, we have security and privacy. Mechanisms like encryption and authentication ensure that the data remains safe and secure. This is about like the privacy is very important now in nowadays because many of the cyber attacks are happening because of scarcity of privacy and security, which has been enabled in IoT, which is very helpful for this generation. Now we move on to the core components of IoT. Like every IoT system is built on four independent components, like the sensors and the actuators. They interact into the physical world, connecting links links the devices to links and cloud systems, and the processing interpreters the raw data either locally or in the cloud. And finally, the application layer presents useful information to the users through dashboards, alters, alerts, or automation, which is very helpful for the user. These are some of the very core features of the and the components of IoT, which helps the system to proper in a proper functioning and ensuring a good system architecture in the future as well. Moving in IoT system architecture, in the image you can see clearly there are particularly we have divided the image into three, like the processing and application, like the cloud edge and the analytical and the user applications. It deliver intelligences and actions. The networking layer, gateways, routers, protocols securely transmit and route data. The perception layer, it is very helpful, like the sensors, actuators, they help in the perception layer. IoT architecture is it typically is in three layers, as I have discussed. The data flows from the physical environment upward through these layers until it becomes meaningful information for the users. This was about it. Moving on to the detail about perception layer. The first layer is the perception layer, also known as the device layer. This layer directly interacts with the environment. Sensors collect data like temperature or motion. Actuators perform actions like turning on the motor or opening a valve. We also have our RFID and NFC tags for identification, and microcontrollers like Arduino or ESP32 that control device behavior, this all comes under the perception layer, which is very helpful for the user. Next, we have the network layer, as we have discussed in the architecture. The second layer is the network layer responsible for communication. It transfers data from devices to processing systems. These are the different types of communication technologies, like short range technologies like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee are used in homes and offices. Cellular networks like 4G, 5G, and the VoLTE and the LTE are used. LP-WAN technologies like LoRa and Sigfox are designed for long-range, low power communication. Gateways, as we all know, play a key role by connecting the local devices networks to the internet. Next, we have processing and application layer. In this, the top layer is the processing layer and the application layer. Here, raw data is converted into useful insights. cloud platforms like AWS, Azure stores and processes large amounts of data. Edge computing also processing to happen closer to the device, reducing the delay. Analytics and AI help detect patterns, predict failures, and also optimize the system. Analytics and AI help detect the patterns and predict failures and optimize systems. Finally, applications like dashboard or mobile apps deliver the user how to monitor and the control the system. Next, we have at last. I will like to conclude. Like IoT is transforming the way we interact with the world by connecting physical devices to intelligent system. It like enables automation, improves efficiency, and supports smart decision making across industries. As IoT continues to evolve, it will play a major role in building smarter homes, cities, and industries. Thank you for your attention. I'm happy to take your. Thank you for everything.